Today, I am bouncing a little bit at Manchester theatres because I am here with the fabulously talented West End musical theatre royalty that is Jodie Prenger. Now, we know that Jodie is a fabulous singer and actress. She's also done a little bit of writing. She has been a TV panelist and presenter and so much more. And she shot to fame after appearing in the television show I'd Do Anything, where she not only won the hearts of the nation, but the role of Nancy in Oliver. Since then, she has not stopped. Quite rightly, she's been very much in demand, appearing in shows such as Spamalot, Calamity Jane, Annie, Les Mis, Fat Friends the Musical, and Tell Me on a Sunday. She has done plays such as One Man, Two Governors and Shirley Valentine. And of course, on screen, we can watch her strut her stuff on the Weatherfield cobbles in Coronation Street, where she is currently playing Glenda Shuttleworth. But this is not the only opportunity you have to catch Jodie in Manchester, because on the 25th of February, she will be appearing at the Opera House in Gypsy, the musical concert, playing Mama Rose. Now, this is being presented by Hope Mill Theatre as part of their Hope for the Future fundraising campaign. So it is going to be a very special night, and I'm a little bit giddy about it. So thank you so much for joining us, Jodie. Honestly, I'm so excited to chat all things Gypsy with you.
Hey, listen, with an introduction like that, I'll join you anytime. Thank you. That was lovely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So Gypsy, I mean, what a whopper of a musical, right? I mean, so
I know.
People who don't know it, tell us what it's all about.
If you don't know about Gypsy, you've never woken up. It's one of those. Listen, I remember. How old was I? I keep trying to think, but I remember being very young, and I remember listening to the overture. And it's the first time I genuinely I've ever remembered getting goosebumps from listening to kind of a musical theatre kind of, well, it's an overture, but, you know, a number.
Yeah.
I was just blown away. And I just think it's one of the most beautiful written, and what is so scary, it's been so beautifully performed over the years by all the greats and everything, even Bonnie Langford herself. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal piece, and it will definitely capture your heart, and it will give you goosebumps.
Yeah, it will. It will. And it, as we've said, it is being, so it says actually that it's the musical concert. So can you explain this concept? Is it like one of them big 25th anniversaries where they kind of...
Karen, I'm so sorry. I keep stopping here. My dog Lily's got hold of my slipper. I'm only halfway down. I'm only halfway done up. The rest is tracky bees in my slipper. Same. And I keep going to try and talk to you, and I can't talk to you because you don't. Give us my slipper back. You give us right 1 minute. Right, okay. Hold on, let me. Right, she's settled. She's settled. I
love it.
Funny enough. We were talking with Joe and Will, and they have a dog, Chowsy, in Gypsy, for people who've seen it. So I said, I've got 5 dogs, so I can bring one. So I chose Lily. And anyway, they said you have to get a special license. She's still got hold of me slipper, stop it. You have to get a special license to have a dog in the theatre. So I had to break the news to her. Well, she wasn't happy. That's probably why she's wagging at me slipper.
Yeah, she's trying to steal the limelight now. That's what it is.
I'm trying to say a full sentence. I'm trying to act calm from the waist up, and I can't get my words out. Yeah, Gypsy is a really good musical. No, but listen, going back to what I was saying before, it is. It's just one of the most magical songs, and I remember going to watch it with Imelda at the Savoy, and I openly admit I cried. I cried at the overture. I just cried at everyone's performance, and it's lovely to kind of have the opportunity in a concert version, which will happen with a 21. Oh, this gets me giddy. A 21-piece orchestra. Sorry, there won't be a dog. She's livid. She threw a bony at my head. And again, such a beautiful, strong cast. I'm very honoured to work with people I've worked with before and new people. So it's a great celebratory event for theatre and to raise money for the boys, which is so vitally needed. There's Karen, isn't there? there's so much funded dropped out
It's
of
terrible.
isn't it just? It makes it does really make you livid, because you think, especially for the younger generations who will carry Gypsy for generations to come, if we don't get their bums on seats, if we don't kind of inspire them and get them into a theatre, you know, this art is going to die, and it brings so much joy. Like I said, you get goosebumps, you have a laugh. I know you have to pay about 20 quid for a bag of Maltesers, but we kind of skim over that. And I think it's that thing of going, we've got to keep this going in whatever way we can. And I'm petrified, but I'm looking forward to the night. I'm so scared. But anyway.
Well, from what I know of watching you, because I've seen you perform live, you've honestly,
you poor sod, you. You know, it's a funny thing. People go, do you get nervous? And I go, actually, yeah, I'm petrified. And I think I'm okay with that, because I know that if I'm scared, I still care and I still want to do it. I think when people get blasé, I'm like, you just shouldn't do it anymore.
Exactly. You're still tuned into it because it matters. It matters.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it does matter to remember your life. Seeing that happen before on stage. It's funny. Anyway. So I digress. I talk too much.
That's probably it. No, it's fine. That's probably a different, a whole
different interview. That.
But yeah, as you've mentioned there, it is so vital for theatres like Hope Mill. I mean, they do so much producing. And I know you've worked with them before, haven't you? With Hushabye Mountain.
Hushabye Mountain,
yeah. So I'm guessing there's a personal connection there for you as well.
Of course. And you know what? I just love them boys. I think they've got a great vision. I think they make great stuff. You know, it's great that it's kind of up in Manchester, in Ancoats, where it's really posh there. My granddad was from Manchester, and he used to say, if you come out of Ancoats with your teeth, you're lucky. But it's you know, it's dead swanky and hip and trendy. But yeah, it's great to celebrate, you know, Northern theatre as in theatre across the UK. But these boys have got such a great vision, and they are so brilliant in bringing new audiences and captivating them. So that's what I really want to support.
Yeah. And you've mentioned, you know, that you're going to be working with this cast. I mean, wow, we've got like Tom Lister, Gina De Campo, Harriet Thorpe. I mean, come on.
You've got two landladies. You've got like a landlady and a barmaid.
Did you find out when kind of the rest of us find out, or did you always know who you were going to be working with?
I knew of a couple, but then was really excited to find out like the casting forever. So I did know a couple I openly admit. Yeah. I did.
Well, you've worked with Tom before, haven't you? Was it
Never met him. No, I did. I'm only one.
Don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is. He keeps following me. I did this show for about a year with him. He was Wild Bill Hickok. So it's lovely to work with Tom again, and he's playing Herbie. He's got the most amazing voice. If you didn't see him in Calamity, he was in the West End with 42nd Street.
I saw him in 42nd Street.
I missed it. This is the thing when you do shows, you always work when somebody else is working. Anyway, my fault. And so really excited to be working with him again. He has to put up with me again, poor thing.
We've not even spoke about your character yet, Jodie. I mean, Mama Rose, one of the most whirlwind characters ever written, the original Momager, probably. Tell us about her. Do you have enough energy to play her? I mean, well, that's a silly question, actually. Of course, you have enough energy to play her.
We're going to find out. I always remember, when I shouldn't really admit to this. I know I can't believe I'm admitting to this. I've always loved the music, and to the point of there's a place in Blackpool called the Leighton Institute, where there was a guy called Jack Diamond, who used to be engaged all these years ago to Julie Goodyear. Okay. And because my family roots are Dutch, he says, here she comes on stage, the ruptured clog dancer. I was like, anyway, it doesn't matter. But for me, and it was in a talent show, and I think I must have only been about 18, no, younger, maybe 16, 17. And I sang Some People from Gypsy because I just loved it. And I go back then and I think, to think of that whole journey of from coming from there to now. Now, I'm so glad that I've had all the experiences I've had. I've worked with so many brilliant people that you do genuinely learn so much from. And then to come to this kind of fruition to sing it on stage is going to be quite magical. I just hope I don't get introduced as the ruptured clog dancer. Here she is, the ruptured clog dancer. Oh, here we go.
Well, you'll make some people in your family smile if you do anyway.
I know, that's true.
And of course, you've got this, I mean, it's got to be the Everest of musical theatre songs, right? It's like 5 songs rolled into one. Rosie's Turn.
I know. I just think, I love the way, I love the defiancy of her, how it rips her apart. She's had everything taken from underneath her, and then she's got this insane belief that just drives her forward. And it's a rarity that you find a musical song such as that, where there is so much emotion. There's so many facets to this kind of this magnificent woman. And I just think, I'm looking forward to singing that, but I can't sing it through. I know this sounds like without kind of just welling up and choking up. So I need to find a way to get over that, because you don't want to hear a choking up. Anyway, so that's my issue. But it chokes me, that song.
Yeah, but it is. It's like you say, it's so emotive. I mean, it's so emotive. It's like a juggernaut, isn't it? It's got everything, and the kitchen sink, and then something else thrown at it.
Yeah, and then it throws it in it. She kind of, you feel sorry for her, and then all of a sudden, no, you don't. Who's this? And then you're almost scared of her, and then she's almost like she's childlike throughout it, and then she just comes out and just gives it's her turn. She never gets a turn, but little does Mama Rose know that is her turn.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, it's exhausting as an audience member watching that song. So I feel for you having to perform it.
Oh, Karen, be ready at that bar with a gin for me, please. In fact, I'll have 2. But I'd love to celebrate of the night, but I'm back in work first thing in the morning. Yeah. How are you pulling pints? Could you go behind the bar and pull up a few pints for me?
I used to work in bars. It's good.
She's still ragging in my slipper. Oh, right, Lily, come here.
Let's say hello to Lily.
Come and say hello, you little
ragging. Let her have a moment.
She says, "Come here." She says, "I just said let you have a
look." Oh no.
She's a very grumpy. She's a grumpy diva. I talk to dogs weird. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you've got to.
You're a grumpy diva, aren't you, love? Right, I'll put it back down.
Now getting a side face as well. You've had your time.
I know. Oh, you've had your. Oh, she gives me side eye. She gives me side eye if I don't scratch her. She's a right diva. You're not in trouble. I love you.
Oh, well, so after Rosie's Turn, I know you're not in this song, but we've got You Gotta Get a Gimmick. We've got that one. So what would Jodie Prenger's gimmick be if you were in that song?
My gimmick.
Dog wrestling slippers.
My dog wrestling slippers. It would probably be a dog trainer. That would be, would be my gimmick, because I've got enough dogs to do it. I love that song. I know she's got already so much to sing already, but I'm kind of a bit jealous. I know. I'm not singing that. My gimmick definitely would be dog trainer, because I've got enough of them. Yeah.
I love it. Now, every time I watch Gypsy, whether it's when it's been in Manchester previous at the Royal Exchange, or whether like you say, they recorded the one with Imelda Staunton in it. So I've watched that one, or the original film, whatever it is. There's a few things that kind of reoccur every time for me. So one is that I sit like agog completely at Rosie's Turn, which we've already talked about. 2, I get a craving for Chinese food. And 3, I fall a little bit more in love with Herbie every time, because he is just so gorgeous. And I think he's a little bit of a kind of underrated character, because he is the backbone of allowing Rose to do what she does. And do you know, so what is it about you? What else do you kind of love about this show? Other than, I know you've already told us loads, but is there something?
No, what fascinates me is the relationship with her, with the whole family. How she doesn't, in a way, she doesn't in a way let the children grow and blossom, even though she's telling them to grow and blossom. And it's kind of, it's a controlled love, and she wants the best for them, but she's actually doing the worst for them. And it's this kind of, I'm sure it happens in many families, and I find that interesting. And I think we talked about it, and we sat and we discussed it through, and we looked at every character, and we went, oh, actually, it's just a bunch of people all wanting to get noticed. Herbie, Rose, every single character, they all want to get noticed, and little do they know they're all playing a big part in this brilliant musical, and they're all getting noticed. So that fascinates me. It does.
The only thing that I can kind of see wrong with this whole thing is that it's only on for one night.
I know,
right? All of it, and I'm just like, I'm hoping that this is just my wish that I'm putting it out there, Joe and Will, thank you. That we can kind of, we've got that one night, and then we could maybe do something with it. But obviously, it depends on people buying tickets and coming and supporting the Hope for the Future campaign, doesn't it? So.
Yeah, look, come and support tickets, and I'll ask Jenny, the landlady, if you could put the show on in the Rovers.
I love it, yeah.
Well, just run it from the back of there. Glenda would be able to like whip up a stage. I could borrow a couple of coffins off my brother and put them together, and a bit of plank from B&Q, and we're done.
Roy could be Miss Mazeppa,
Oh my God. Oh, imagine. He'd pull a trumpet out of his rucksack. Oh, I love it. I love it. But we have got the amazing. Oh, Peter Gunn is going to be in the show from Corrie. Oh, and he's a rummin on set because he just makes you laugh.
Yeah,
everybody loves him, so I'm thrilled he's doing it. I really am. He's brilliant.
It's going to be so special. Honestly, I cannot wait. And thank you so much for your time today, Jodie. Honestly, you've made me day. Honestly, you've made me giggle, and I've loved it. And I genuinely cannot wait for the show. It's going to be at the Opera House on the 25th of February, one night only. Grab those tickets and support Hope Mill. They produce amazing shows, and we do not want to lose that. So thank you. And we will see you there. Not long to go.
Oh,
thank you.
Have an egg roll, Mr. Goldstone.